Well, I don't know how it happened because I was brought a letter. I think that the promoters of that publication and the title Icon of Democracy in Africa was by this media house based in the Netherlands, The Voice. So I'm yet to receive the award, so I cannot say much at this stage. But after the award, I will have time to say something in appreciation. So I think they do their own due diligence. They, of course, have a way of reaching out and gathering information. And for now, because they brought me a letter of invitation to the event, which will be in Dubai over the weekend, I propose to attend. That's what I can say about that. But of course, initially, it's a big honor. They thought, in fact, that letter was brought to me during the occasion of the launch of the SKM Command Center, which was like a very big surprise. So we feel honored and we shall look forward to that. So when President Uhuru asked me to be the special envoy of Kenya, because I gladly accepted, because I went and reminded everybody. And the first thing I managed to get them to resolve very quickly was that there was a big dispute between the number of states. 32 states. President Salva Kiir insisted 32 plus 1. Now the one in all these matters is a state, oil-rich state called Abyei, which is still disputed between the north and the south. There's a community there called the Mesria. They are Arabs on horsebacks and something. The southerners claim it is also in the south. Big problem. But I can tell you, through the efforts of our late Ambassador Mburu, whom I found there in Juba, we were able to convince President Salva to accept not that 2 plus 1 state, but 10 states. He added 3 administrative areas. So, and I went back to Dr. Riak and said, my friend, if you don't accept this, because he was stuck at 24 plus 1. And we were doing this with the Deputy President of South Africa, who is also the Special Envoy. The actually sitting Deputy President of South Africa is also the Special Envoy of South Africa to South Sudan. You can therefore see the tremendous interest the continent has. From Egypt to the north to South Africa, appointing their own Deputy President, the Special Envoy of President Ramaphosa. Okay? But we are able to help them again resolve that. I'm happy that they have now sworn in a new parliament. That was very critical because there's a revitalized peace agreement based in Khartoum, which they signed in Addis Ababa. And Addis Ababa as well has played a very key role, which is why as foreign minister, I was working very closely with the foreign minister of Ethiopia and also foreign minister of other IGAD countries, the late Seyum Mesfin. We were all pushing from Naivasha to under CPA, and then we got the results. And I must also tell you, very important role played by America that time, and also by Norway. General Colin Powell was the Secretary of State for the U.S. when we brought Dr. Garang and Ali Osman to her. In fact, General Colin Powell flew all the way to Naivasha. Now, they have what they're calling RTOGNO, Revitalized Transition Government of National Unity or something. That's where they are now. Because they had to move from pre-transition to transition. They're supposed to have elections in 2022-23. Okay? I hope they will. Because now their parliament in place have been reviewing their constitution, actually led by a Kenyan called Gichara. Is it Gichara? Who is their constitutional expert, helping them to draw their constitution. And so I can tell you that we are encouraging them along that process. So, I mean, basically, at the end of the day, the responsibility is in their hands to make their country. But let me tell you, the fact of a new state, Republic of South Sudan, is not reversible. there will be players coming in and going out. They may fight, they may kill each other, but there's a new country. And therefore, I keep on encouraging President Salva and now the first Vice President, Dr. Riek Machar, to work in the best interest of their country. When they resolve the issue of the number of states, they're immediately able to now go back to, now they actually started the transition period, which started on 22nd of February last year. And because Dr. Riek then was sworn in again as the country's first Vice President, and 4 others, okay, including the widow of Dr. Riek, the widow of Dr. John Garang, Mama Rebecca. So that country is very close to my heart, and I keep on pushing. Even now I'm pushing. We were in Rome when, thanks to the article that was carried in the Star, the talks almost collapsed, but we managed to hold them together because Dr. Thomas Cirillo and the teams there are saying, why are you asking us to go back to the country when they cannot even fully implement the revitalized peace agreement, which was signed in Addis Ababa. But we tell them also the outstanding issues we are dealing with is security arrangements, because you won't believe it, it's like one country, 2 armies. Yes. And the need to unify, and they call them necessary unified forces, which started the process of cantonment and then screening, and then after screening they look at those who need to be retired, DDR, the mobilization, the whatever. And then others who then form the VIP protection unit of about 3,000 men. That process has been slow and complicated by COVID-19 situation. But they are moving slowly. We keep on telling them, you must have one national army. Must have one national army. And the other issues, of course, I think they are struggling with. But I think the country is moving slowly, but definitely, surely.